$18 to $25 an hour. That is the number Amazon puts in front of you when you look up Amazon Flex. For a lot of people, that sounds pretty good. It is above minimum wage almost everywhere. It can help with a car payment, a bill, or groceries. The pitch is simple. Use your own car, download an app, pick up packages, and get paid. But before you spend that money in your head, ask this. How much of that hourly rate ends up in your pocket after the real costs are taken out? That gap between the ad and your take-home pay is what this video is about. Amazon Flex launched in 2015 as Amazon's answer to a simple logistical problem. The company was delivering so many packages that its own fleet and traditional carriers could not keep up. So Amazon built a system where everyday people could plug in during high-demand windows and deliver packages using their own vehicles. The way it works is straightforward. You download the Flex app, pass a background check, and you have to be at least 21 years old with a valid driver's license. Once you're approved, you can browse available delivery blocks in the app. A block is a scheduled time window, usually 3 to 6 hours, during which you pick up a batch of packages from an Amazon warehouse or delivery station and drop them off at addresses in your area. You get paid for the block, not by the package or the mile. Drivers can deliver standard Amazon.com orders, Amazon Fresh groceries, Prime Now items, or even packages for local stores. The delivery type affects how many stops you make and how spread out those stops are. Critically, Amazon classifies Flex drivers as independent contractors, not employees. That distinction matters enormously, and we will get into why in a moment. But first, let's look at what the money looks like on paper.
Hey, y'all, this is CJ, the creator of this channel. This is my real voice. I came on here real quick just to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this with your friends and your family. We are finally monetized. After about 2 months of posting, YouTube monetized us, and now we're making about $30 to $50 a day. So I want to say thank you to each of you. If you're a fan of this channel, do me a favor and number one, hype this video, because that is what shows the YouTube algorithm that this is a good video. So hype the video and then post a comment below a topic you'd like to see. And I promise you I will do my best to put it out. The video that you're watching right now is a suggestion, a recommendation that somebody put in the comments. So I want to do that for you. Post below the topic that you want and I'll do my best to get it out. I appreciate you watching. I love y'all. Now back to the video.
According to Amazon, most Flex drivers earn between $18 and $25 per hour. Amazon also acknowledges that actual earnings vary based on location, the tips customers add, how long deliveries take, and other factors. That range is wide on purpose. It is not a guarantee, it is a range of possibilities. A 2025 analysis from Gridwise, a company that tracks gig economy earnings across more than 500,000 drivers, found a median total trip pay of about $20.89 per hour for Amazon Flex, based on data from over 11,600 drivers. The median pay per block came out to around $83. So let's use a concrete example. Say you pick up a 4-hour block on a Saturday morning. At the median rate, that block pays you roughly $83 before anything is subtracted. On paper, that looks solid. But here is where the story changes. When you are an independent contractor, you are running a small business, and every business has operating costs. For a Flex driver, those costs fall into 4 main categories: fuel, maintenance, depreciation, and unpaid time. Fuel is the most visible cost. Delivery driving is stop and go, often in dense neighborhoods or apartment complexes. Your car is rarely cruising at highway speed where fuel economy is best. It is idling, braking, accelerating, and circling when an address is hard to find. If your car gets 25 miles per gallon and gas costs around $3.50 a gallon, you are spending roughly 14 cents per mile just on fuel. A busy delivery block might cover 40 to 60 miles. That is between $5 and $8 off the top before you consider anything else. Maintenance comes next. Stop and go. City driving is harder on a vehicle than highway miles. Brake pads wear faster. Tires wear faster. Oil needs changing sooner. The IRS standard mileage rate, the government's estimate of what it costs to operate a vehicle, was 67 cents per mile in 2024. At 67 cents per mile over a 50-mile block, you are looking at about $33 in vehicle costs just to complete that one block. Then there is depreciation. That means your car loses value every mile you put on it. A car with 80,000 miles on it is worth less than the same car with 40,000 miles on it. When you are logging thousands of delivery miles, you are accelerating that loss. Finally, there is unpaid time. The block timer starts when you pick up the packages and stops when you finish deliveries. But the time you spend driving to the warehouse, waiting to load your car, or searching for a parking spot at a difficult address is not counted in the hourly rate. If you drive 20 minutes to a station, wait 15 minutes to load, and drive 20 minutes home after, you have spent an extra hour of your day that is not reflected in what you were paid. Now let's put the math together. Take that $83 block, subtract $33 in vehicle operating costs at the IRS rate for 50 miles. You are down to about $50. Spread across 4 hours of block time plus 1 hour of unpaid travel and loading time, that is effectively $10 per hour of your day, or roughly half of what the app showed you. That matches what secondary analyses have found. After fuel, maintenance, and depreciation, researchers and driver guides estimate that take-home pay for flex drivers typically falls in the range of $10 to $15 per hour, compared to the advertised $18 to $25. And there is one more cost that does not show up in vehicle expenses at all: taxes. As an independent contractor, Amazon does not withhold income tax from your pay the way an employer would. You are responsible for setting that aside yourself and paying it quarterly. You also owe self-employment tax, which covers Social Security and Medicare and runs about 15% of your net self-employment income. A traditional employee splits that tax with their employer or spouse, but as a contractor, you cover both halves yourself. So the person looking at $20 an hour on the Flex app is not looking at $20 per hour of real purchasing power. They are looking at a gross rate that needs to be reduced for vehicle costs, then reduced again for taxes, then spread across time that the app never measured. This does not hit every driver equally. Someone delivering in a dense urban area, lots of stops packed close together, will burn far less fuel per package than someone covering a sprawling suburban route with stops a mile apart. Someone driving a fuel-efficient hybrid or a small sedan pays much less per mile than someone in a full-size SUV or a truck. Those differences in vehicle type and route quality can shift the math by several dollars per hour. Consider two drivers doing the same job in different circumstances. Driver A lives 5 minutes from a busy Amazon delivery station in a mid-sized city. She drives a 2019 Toyota Corolla that gets 32 miles per gallon. Her blocks tend to be in a compact zip code with lots of apartment buildings, 30 stops in a tight area. Her mileage per block is low, her fuel costs are manageable, and the drive to the station barely eats into her day. After vehicle costs, she is probably netting closer to $14 or $15 an hour. For flexible side income on her own schedule, she finds it genuinely useful. Driver B lives 25 minutes from the nearest station. He drives a 2017 F-150. His routes often stretch across a rural adjacent suburb where stops are spread out and addresses are sometimes hard to find. His fuel costs per mile are higher, his truck depreciates faster under delivery use, and his unpaid commute time is longer. He might be netting closer to $9 or $10 an hour by the time the real math settles. Same platform, same posted pay range, very different results, mostly because of vehicle efficiency and route geography. Amazon Flex is not a scheme. It is a gig platform with a real cost structure, and whether it works for you depends on whether you go in with an honest accounting of what you are spending to earn what you are making. For some people, it does make sense. If you need income that fits around an irregular schedule, Flex offers something most employers cannot: the ability to work or not work on any given day without asking anyone's permission. You may have a day job with shifting hours, kids with unpredictable needs, or freelance work that comes in waves. You open the app, you take a block, you go. That scheduling freedom has real value that does not show up in any hourly rate comparison. The model works best when a few conditions line up. You drive a fuel-efficient vehicle. You live close to a well-stocked delivery station. Your area has dense enough routes that you are not burning half your earnings in gas covering the distance between stops. And you treat this as supplemental income or something that adds to a financial base, not the base itself. The model works worst when the opposite is true. A large or older vehicle, a long commute to the station, sparse routes, and an expectation that the posted hourly rate reflects what you will actually have left over. The independent contractor classification is worth understanding clearly before you sign up. You get no overtime protection, no employer-sponsored health insurance, and no unemployment benefits if the work dries up. When Amazon changes its algorithm, adjusts block availability, or shifts pay rates in your market, you have no employment contract to fall back on. That flexibility goes both ways. The number Amazon shows you is real. Drivers do earn in the $18 to $25 range before expenses. But that number is gross pay, the amount that hits your account before the costs of earning it are subtracted. Once you account for fuel, vehicle wear, the taxes you owe as a contractor, and the time you spend getting to and from the work, the effective hourly rate for many drivers lands somewhere between $10 and $15 per hour. That is not necessarily a reason to avoid the platform. It is a reason to go in with clear eyes and a realistic spreadsheet. Know what your car actually costs per mile. Know how far you live from the station. Know what your route density typically looks like. And know that your result will not match someone else's, because the variables that determine your actual take home are almost entirely personal. The advertised rate is the ceiling. Your real pay is what's left after the road takes its cut. Hey, it's CJ before you go. I want to tell you something personal. I worked really hard to try to make money on YouTube, and I finally found a way. This video right here was made with a tool I created called topic2video.com. I made all of the videos on this channel with this tool. It creates long-form YouTube videos from just a topic or idea. I want to help people drive traffic to their business with faceless YouTube videos. If you're serious about building a business with YouTube, I want you to try my software. Your first video is free. Go to topic2video.com and try it now. I'll see you in the next one.